She is one of the most iconic percussionists in pop music, and now Sheila E. is drumming up her Latin roots with the sounds of salsa. Let's take a listen. Yes, the glamorous and talented Sheila E. joins us live.
That song is going to be a hit.
Hit. Wow. Love that. All right, first, we've been talking about the Oscars. Since you've been a featured performer, we'd love to know what it's like playing for Hollywood's biggest stars versus your own fans. Which one's better? I assume your fans.
That's not a good question, because you can offend all the people that are Hollywood, and that's not good. I think they're all amazing, by the way.
Very politically tactful. I like that.
Sheila E., I have been obsessed with you since Crush Groove.
Oh.
I was way too young to be in the theaters, but you were inspiring me so much. You were like always the it girl. So I want to talk about your new single featuring Gloria Estefan and Mimi Sukar, who was originally sang by Celia Cruz. You've actually had the chance to perform with Celia Cruz. What impressed you the most about her?
Well, she was an amazing woman. She was strong. She was incredible. The things that she had to do to come here to America to, you know, be the artist and the star that she was. Yeah, that clip is extremely old. We were able to put Patti LaBelle and Celia Cruz together, and just being able to play with them, it was amazing. But she, as a woman and the queen of salsa, her passion and her voice, she was just incredible. She was amazing.
So why is now the perfect time for you to release your first ever salsa album?
Yeah, I didn't realize I have an extremely large bucket list, you know, and I just had no idea, like, salsa record really wasn't on there. It was like way at the bottom, and I thought, I have to do this record. And I met Tony Sukar, who co-produced this album with me, and we met in 2015, and we talked about it a few years, and then another few years went by, and I'm like, geez, we got to do this record. So it took almost 2 years to actually finish this project because of timing and scheduling and me being on tour, and as well as he being on tour. It was just amazing to be able to put this incredible project together with all the musicians. I recorded most of it in Miami and did some stuff here at my studio in LA. But to have Gloria Estefan, there's no other woman that I could call to actually sing a Celia Cruz song and do it justice. And the flip side of this arrangement is that I wanted to play a drum solo on this song. And first of all, we don't even think that anyone has ever played a drum solo on this particular song, as well as being a female. And the three of us ladies together, we thought it was a perfect time for this month to release this single.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a hit. It's going to be a summer jam.
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure. Man. Let me start off by saying congrats on your Walk of Fame.
Woo, woo.
There you go. Yeah, you got to give it. Producer Jimmy Jam inducted you, and your dad, Pete Escovedo, and, you know, Ringo Starr joined you for the ceremony.
Just a few.
How special was that moment for you?
It was amazing. It was incredible. It was emotional, because when I left Oakland, born and raised in Oakland, I left there around 1980, and I was on tour with George Duke at the time, and I said, I'm going to move to LA. So I packed up all my things, and I asked my best friend, let's go to Hollywood, and I want to pursue my career. And she was going to then work with George Duke. Where the star is, literally less than a mile away, it's blocks, you know, away, was the first apartment that I found when I moved to Los Angeles. And to think down the street that happened, I couldn't believe it.
That's crazy.
Amazing.
You know, I'm listening to you talk and you're just casually throwing around George Duke. I'm a big fan of funk, so that means a lot to me. I lived in Miami and I heard that song. I was like, you're going to be good with that. That song is going to be coming out of every venue, so
right.
I cannot wait. But I wanted to talk about your childhood, because you first met Prince backstage at a show with your father. Like, what do you remember about that night?
My dad was in Santana at the time in the 70s, and Prince was recording at the same studio because he wanted to be in the studio where Sly Stone and Carlos had played because he was very influenced by both of those artists. My dad was recording at the time and came home and said, "There's this young kid recording in the studio, and he's, you know, looks like he's playing everything and producing it as well." Later on, I met Prince there in the Bay Area, and I went to introduce myself, and he turned around and he said, I put my hand out. He said, "I know who you are. I've been following your career with George Duke," and that was the time. Yeah.
Oh, my.
Unbelievable. Sheila, thank you so much for joining us.
I would have passed out backwards.
Yeah, right.
TVL Nation, Sheila's new salsa single is available on all streaming platforms. Also visit SheilaE.com to see her perform live. And in the meantime, we're going to play one of her greatest hits, Glamorous Life. We'll be right back.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Come back soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
She wants to leave the glamorous life. She don't need a man's touch. She wants